Hey there friends, it's Dominique from the Pixie Planner. Thank you so much for joining me in another video today. So I am continuing this kind of series that I have going on about planners to keep your eyes open for in 2020. And I have made a purchase from Planner Perfect. That is a company that I started following about 6 months ago, and I just absolutely was so intrigued by her particular method of planning. And it's really about not focusing on your to-do list, but focusing on your intentions for the day and your desires for the day. Pretty much writing your story of how you want your day and life to play out. So I have recently made a purchase for a B6 Traveler's Notebook. I have never purchased one of her Traveler's Notebooks. I have purchased her inserts before, and I'll show you here. I have one of her, it's the wide planner inserts, and it's one of the monthly inserts. And so all of this is Jenny, who is the creator of this company. It's Jenny's own calligraphy and designs and artwork, and it's absolutely amazing to me that she creates all of these designs that you see. And so I purchased one of her plan books, and so I was really intrigued by her message with her method, and I wanted to look further into her particular planning method. So I went ahead and I purchased some other items. So I wanted to show you what it is that I have purchased, and I have not opened this yet. We are going to take a look at it together, and I am super excited for this because for 2020 I am considering making a change from solely my passion planner to something a little bit more flexible and a little bit more minimalistic. So I'm kind of toying around and playing around with a few different ideas, trying to get myself set for 2020. And if you've been watching any of my reviews recently, you'll have seen that I have so many amazing planners that should be on your radar for 2020 and are absolutely on my radar, and it makes it so difficult to choose the best planner for myself or yourself for 2020. But this is why I'm doing all of these videos, so you can see the options. Everybody has their own ideal planner. Everyone has their own style, as we all know. So I just want to show you the options out there, and options that you maybe have not heard of. I mean, we all know that ERIN CONDREN is super popular, the Happy Planner, the Filofax, and Plum Paper, and Passion Planner. There's so many popular planners out there, but I want to show you some that have not been really spoken about too much, and the Planner Perfect method is one of those. So let's jump right into my recent order and what I am considering for 2020. Okay, so opening her up here, you have some beautiful packaging and a card that says Plan, Journal, Create, Write a Better Story. And this is Jenny's whole thing about her method, is writing a story of how you want your life to play out. It's not about your tasks and to-do lists. You're more than your to-do lists. And so she wants women to really focus on what is going to fulfill their life, what their talents are, and what they were put here on earth for. We are more than just wives, mothers, and she wants you to look a little bit deeper into what you want your life to be filled with. And I absolutely love that she makes you dive deeper and think deeper about fulfilling your life. So with that aside, I am going to show you here. It looks like this is the plan books. And let me just pull everything out here. Oh my goodness, this is the Traveler's Notebook. You guys, I have been waiting for the longest time to get my hands on one of her Traveler's Notebooks, and I cannot explain how excited I am. This stuff makes such a mess. Like, I love that it adds, you know, that protection and cushioning, but holy cow, it makes a mess. Let me just put this aside. So we've got her plan books here, and let me start with that. And so, like I mentioned, for 2020, I am really weighing all my options here. I have come to find that for 2020, I'm really wanting to simplify things. The more I have kept track of particular habits and tasks, the more anxiety I have actually felt. The more I am aware of what I'm doing wrong in my life, even though it's not necessarily wrong. To me, it is. To me, it doesn't meet my particular standards because I deal with anxiety. I have some perfectionism, and that's the last thing I need. And so for 2020, I've decided that for my everyday carry, I want to have something that is just strictly for my daily events, appointments, to-do lists, and that is it. As far as tracking like cleaning tasks, home tasks, or even medical information or auto information, I have made a home binder, which I will do a video on very, very soon. I've made a home binder on keeping all that information, but as far as my daily planning, I want to simplify tremendously. And so this is one of the systems that I am considering. And so to not bother you guys with all the information, let me go ahead and pull these items out. So you have this wonderful dust bag that comes with your order. And here, so this is a B6 size, and I absolutely love the size of this. It's like a perfect rectangle. It just feels really satisfying and just a great size in the hand. So this is all Jenny's artwork, and as you can see, it is absolutely stunning. So designsbyplannerperfect.com is where I ordered all of this. And for this particular notebook that you see, this is the yearly calendar. So Write a Better Story, again, is her motto here. And then you flip right into January. Then following each month, you have a couple of blank pages here to where you can have extra note space, or you can keep track of your finances, have a master task list, pretty much whatever you want. And then it follows into the next month. And I am just really absolutely loving this because it is a very delicate design. It's not harsh to the eyes. So any, you know, events or appointments you write in here are really going to stand out because everything is just so delicate looking. And the boxes are a great size. So I'm very, very excited about this monthly calendar. And again, the design is just so gorgeous. This is perfect for year round. And that's why I chose it, because I want something that is gonna really stand for year round with all the seasons changing. And then next we have here, this is going to be kind of like I'm doing a pseudo bullet journal with this particular notebook. So For each season, my idea is to have a notebook of all of my to-dos and my tasks, kind of like a bullet journal, but I want to change it out for each season. So I decided, since I made this order a little bit later, this would be great to take me through the winter time. And it is a blank notebook, and I love the freedom that you get with a blank notebook. But this paper is, and I'll have to write in the comments down below what this exact paper is, but I mean, this holds up to fountain pen, it holds up to watercolor, it holds up to paint. It is a fantastic paper to deal with any medium, and so you can really get creative with it. So I'm super excited to use. Oh, look how beautiful this is in the back. See, I love how her patterns are and her designs. They just kind of give that extra pop to where, like for myself, I feel like I don't need to have that added vellum or, you know, dashboard design to my traveler's notebook, because her designs are just so beautiful. They really stand out. So this is going to be serving as my bullet journal for the next 2 or 3 months. And with it being blank, I, again, have so much freedom to work with anything. This next one, and this I love so much the details of this girl that she did, and it is a wonderful fall vibe that I get from it. I absolutely just love everything about it. When I saw it online, I knew I needed to have this. So this is going to be for my notes. Any random note-taking or lists that I have are going to go in here. And again, it is a blank notebook, so that way I just have all the freedom to do what I like in it. So these are the 3 notebooks that I plan on putting in the traveler's notebook, which is the best part. Let's get to that. So I have heard people rave about Jenny's traveler's notebooks, and I will show you exactly what it is that stands out apart from so many other notebooks. And again, I've never owned one of hers, and I am just so excited for this. You guys, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. So as you can see, it has a reinforced spine. So Jenny really wanted to have that reinforced spine so that the notebooks fit flush against it and really sat nice and even at the edge of the notebook. I am one who really gets a little bit annoyed with a rounded edge, and so that makes the notebooks jet out a little bit. But for her notebooks, her thing was she wanted to have them sit flush, so that way it was just nice and even. And I'll show you in a little bit how this really sits inside of it. But as far as the notebook itself, it is such a beautiful matte finish. And according to the website, it takes very well to wear and tear, everyday use. It doesn't show the markings like some notebooks do. So this is something that I would be using as an everyday carry. And she also made her pen loop thick enough to fit a fountain pen. Since the inserts are fountain pen friendly, she is a huge fan of using fountain pens. She wanted to make sure that they fit in the pen loop of the notebook, and I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait. I have a couple different fountain pens. But this here is, let me move these out of the way. Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this, guys. So with her notebook, she includes this gorgeous notepad in the back of it, and it slides in and out. If I can kind of, there we go. So it slides in and out of this top sleeve or pocket that she has, and she also has refills for this too. So I think this is genius because there are times where I want to take notes, but I just don't know where I would put that in my planner yet, but I want to have it on hand. Or when I'm doing a brain dump. So Sundays, I like to do a brain dump in preparation for the week ahead. And this is like exactly where I would do that before I filled in my planner. So I love that she has this as part of her traveler's notebook. And so this is considered the everyday carry. She has an out and about version as well, and that has a lot more card slots with the front and back. But this is just the standard kind of everyday carry that she offers. So you have one pocket, a short pocket here, and then you have your kind of secretarial pocket here on the left, and then it's just the pocket here for the notepad. And then what she does different, and I'll pull this through and I'll show you a little bit better. So like for example, Chic Sparrow, Foxy Brown, they all have a little knot in the center that sometimes kind of feels like it gets in the way of your insert, especially because you thread the insert through the, I'll show you, when you're threading your insert here, you would thread it through the center where the stitching is. And when you get to, whoops, here we go. When you get to some of the center portion in the Chic Sparrow or Foxy Fix, any of the, typical traveler's notebooks, they have that knot in the center, which is typically on one of the strands, and that can be a little bit obnoxious. And so what Jenny has done is she made this nice little, I don't know what you would call that, but it really just kind of smooths that out and makes it less obtrusive. And so the string here, instead of being completely, together in center, is a little bit off center. And I'll show you, let me put all of these books together. So this is pretty much how I am going to be having it set up. And I'm considering getting a fourth book because this does have 4 strands on it. I am considering getting a fourth book, and I think that would fit absolutely perfect. But even right now, it is just such a wonderful fit. And so you can see here how the bands kind of, crisscross there. So they're not exactly in the same hole together that you will see in a lot of notebooks, but I love that this method allows the notebooks to sit very nicely, and when you are working in them, that center knot that you sometimes see is not like obnoxiously in your way. So this is just, oh my goodness, this is really a gorgeous notebook, and I am so excited. Let me show you here. This is one of I have the Metropolitan fountain pen here, and this is one of the fountain pens that I use. And so I will kind of put this in here. This is going to stretch out too as you use it. So like right now it is pretty tight, but this is going to stretch out. I've seen many users of this notebook, and Jenny herself fit their fountain pen in here very nicely, very easily, and they've mentioned that it does take time to stretch out, but I love that I have the option of using my fountain pen. And these notebooks, again, are so customizable because they have, especially these two that I have, those blank pages. So I'm very, very excited to see how this might work out for me. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm wanting to really simplify things for 2020. You know, the less complicated, the less I am worrying about and tracking, the less my anxiety is. So all I really need is something to track my appointments and events, to keep track of my everyday tasks and pretty much what I want my day to play out as, and then any random notes or lists that I want to keep on hand. The rest is going to be in my home binder. As I had mentioned, I just put it together, and those are items that I don't necessarily need to keep on hand at all times. So I made a separate binder to have those items that I don't want to have to worry or think about. And I will do a video very soon on the setup of my home binder, because I think it's a really fantastic tool for those of you that just need a little bit more organization of all those random papers that we have around the house, or if you really want to implement a cleaning routine. This is where I've been keeping mine, as well as we have a new family member, a new pet, and I'm keeping all of her information there, recipes, all of that fun stuff I'm keeping in my home binder. And I don't need to have that on me when I am going to and from work. This is pretty much all I need. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing a video very soon on my home binder because I'm super excited about it. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this look at the Planner Perfect items that I have purchased. And I have to say, like, her quality of the notebooks are just absolutely stunning. The stitching is amazing. I love the texture of it. I have used her inserts in the past and I'm obsessed with them. This is absolutely stunning. So for those of you that are Traveler's Notebook fans, I highly, highly recommend that you check out this website. I will leave all that information down below. And again, I purchased all of this with my own money. I am not being paid to say any of this. I just truly love what her whole purpose and method is, and I think we can really all learn something from it. Even if this is not your style of planning, I think that is very important for us to realize we are more than our to-do lists. We are people, and we're more than wives and mothers, and we deserve to have the best for ourselves. And this is what Jenny is really wanting us to realize, is create a life that you love. Create a life that serves you. And so off that rant, I am feeling really passionate about this, if you guys can tell. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing with me, but if you have any questions, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you have not subscribed to my channel already, please consider. I appreciate you guys so very much, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.